What happens when an all-knowing god battles an unyielding tyrant who thrives on ultimate domination? The scene opens with a barren, otherworldly battlefield. On one side, Dr. Manhattan, glowing with atomic brilliance, hovers above the ground, his blank expression masking incomprehensible power. On the other, Darkseid, his fiery omega beams carving through the void, his presence alone bending reality to his will. But here's the twist. As they stare each other down, Dr. Manhattan speaks. "You cannot win, Darkseid. I have seen every outcome, and you cease to exist in all of them." Darkseid smirks, his voice reverberating with terrifying authority. "And yet here I stand, mortal. How does a god contend with inevitability?" Cue an electrifying question to hook the audience. Can a god who sees the future defeat an unstoppable force that rewrites it? The narrative cuts to Dr. Manhattan's origin, a man who once wielded science but became the embodiment of quantum existence. His voice echoes as he contemplates Darkseid. He is not bound by time, yet he rules it. He doesn't create, he consumes. He is entropy, given form. But Darkseid is no ordinary foe. The scene shifts to Apokolips, his hellish domain. Minions cower as Darkseid rises from his throne, announcing his plan to enslave the multiverse. His eyes burn with the Omega effect, the power to erase beings from existence entirely. "Tell me," he says mockingly, staring down a projection of Dr. Manhattan, "can your logic save a universe when faced with the anti-life equation?" As they prepare to clash, the stakes are established. Dr. Manhattan, fighting for free will, must contend with a being who seeks to erase it entirely. The question looms, is free will even worth fighting for if everything has already been decided? The first clash is a spectacle beyond imagination. Darkseid's Omega beams streak through the void, warping space and time. Dr. Manhattan doesn't flinch as the beams curve towards him, only to dissipate at his atomic command. Manhattan retaliates, splitting into multiple versions of himself. He speaks calmly. "Every reality where you thrive ends in ruin. I will not allow it." Darkseid sneers, smashing through each duplicate with brutal force. "I am the end. Your infinite possibilities mean nothing to me." The scene transitions into chaos as entire universes ripple and collapse from the sheer magnitude of their power. The visuals are breathtaking. Galaxies form and disintegrate around them as they fight. Time freezes, reverses, and fractures, but amidst the grandeur, Darkseid's voice remains constant, cutting through the destruction like a blade. "Kneel before Darkseid, and I will grant you the mercy of oblivion." Midway through the battle, the narrative slows for a moment of intense introspection. Dr. Manhattan, floating in a cosmic void, muses, "Why fight for a species that fears me? Perhaps Darkseid is the natural order." But then he recalls moments of human resilience. A mother shielding her child, a soldier defying impossible odds, a single candle burning against an overwhelming storm. Simultaneously, Darkseid delivers a chilling monologue. "You misunderstand, Manhattan. I do not destroy to conquer. I destroy because it is destiny. Freedom is the lie you tell yourself to endure suffering. The anti-life equation reveals the truth. Submission is peace." The clash becomes more than physical. It's ideological. Can hope stand against despair? Can free will endure in the face of ultimate power? Just when it seems the battle is at a stalemate, Manhattan discovers something horrifying. As he disassembles Darkseid's atoms, they reassemble instantly, but something is different. A faint glow begins emanating from Darkseid's core. Darkseid chuckles, his voice more ominous than ever. "Did you think you were the only one who transcended time, Manhattan? The anti-life equation binds even you." For the first time, Dr. Manhattan falters. This isn't possible. Darkseid seizes the moment, striking with devastating force. Manhattan reforms, but the cracks in his calm exterior are evident. Darkseid looms over him, declaring victory. "You see everything, yet you could not see your own defeat. That is the power of inevitability." The final battle escalates into a spectacle of sheer willpower. Manhattan, no longer restrained by logic, taps into the full extent of his abilities. He creates entire dimensions to trap Darkseid, only for Darkseid to shatter them effortlessly. "You fight for nothing," Darkseid growls. "This multiverse is already mine." But Manhattan counters with a revelation. "If I can see every possibility, then I can create new ones." In a moment of breathtaking intensity, Manhattan sacrifices his own existence to rewrite reality itself. Darkseid begins to fade, his voice roaring in defiance. "This changes nothing. I am eternal." Manhattan's final words echo as he dissolves into pure energy. Perhaps eternity needs a new ending. The battle ends with an eerie calm. The multiverse rebuilds itself, but the scars remain. A faint blue glow lingers where Manhattan once stood, and the echoes of Darkseid's laughter haunt the void. The narrator poses a chilling question to the audience. In the end, who truly won? The god who gave everything to save free will, or the tyrant who proved its fragility?